It's the time to get down.
High footage back in the 80s, and that ain't
different.
working.
Now, if you go back to that, I'm a Laker fan.
Right, it's not there.
See, this is why I'm a Laker fan of the Magic Lakers. See, from like Wilt, all the way through Magic, and I bailed around Benoit Benjamin, somewhere around that time.
See, you know,
that's what I bailed right around the Benoit Benjamin.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work.
And then I came back again with Shaq, but then after the Kobe Shaq debacle, I turned out to be a strong supporter of Shaq. Go Shaq, go Shaq. And I'm just not a big Kobe fan, but he's all right. I don't hate on him. They can lose. It's just a game. I don't want Kobe to break a leg. All I want him to do is lose a damn basketball game.
He has.
All right, well, it's cool. That ain't hate. That's a hate. Hate would be I want your breaks to go out. Shit, losing the damn ball game, that ain't hate.
As you guys have noticed here, that before I can get into the first,
I don't support the Lakers.
I sit back and I go for the first topic, which is this
kiss my ass.
Laker Celtics rivalry still doesn't have the oomph.
We're going to give it some oomph, Vic.
They're
I'm trying to get some animosity by talking shit.
No, it ain't working. It's not working.
It doesn't help if I castigate people in L.A.
The rivalry back east between the Eastern Conference teams happened to be more enjoyable than the one that they're trying to say with the Celtics and Lakers, because it's just not the same. First of all, this year they got to play each other under injured circumstances, so both those canceled out. So you don't have this war going back and forth.
Vic,
it's not the same.
No, but Vic, it's starting up because it really is deeper than that. No, because let's face it. You East Coast people, you're just jealous of our weather. We know it. We see your pasty skins as you try to just squeeze your asses into some sunlight.
Okay.
Please.
Wait.
The sun has come back. My God. No, Vic, it's all because they really are. This is the one thing they do hate about L.A.
What is that?
They hate our weather, man.
I know that.
They're mad like Leslie right now. Leslie, no. She pissed off.
Why she pissed off?
Just because, she's in New York, and just when the weather gets good, then in a minute it's blazing hot. You got in the East Coast, you got these little windows of good weather. Right. And then it's going to go to some extreme stuff on them. So that's what it is, Leslie. Leslie, I love you, baby. But I know how it is in New York. You got that flat ass pizza. You got those Subways with that wonderful odor, smell that you never forget.
No.
And you got the Knicks.
Well, who are they picking?
And you got that bad weather.
Wait a minute. Who are they getting behind?
They do have the Yankees. They said they have the Yankees.
But see, you can't hold on to the Yankees.
They would move here if they could.
They can't. I mean,
they want to come to LA so damn bad.
Yeah, that's not.
That's the weather.
Yeah, but see, okay, let me say this. Watch this. I bet you nobody really is like. You don't hear the going back and forth of the banter. You don't see it as much in the chats and the comments in a lot of places. I keep saying the media is manufacturing something.
Because people like both the teams.
Yeah, well,
people like both the teams.
They have different. Where is the?
I think they have the same fan. You know what, Vic?
Vic,
here's the thing. This may be weird.
What?
The Lakers and Celtics may share a lot of fans.
Yeah.
And if so, then it may be like that. That may be people not taking sides. In other words, a lot of people really respect Kevin Garnett.
Right.
And his work ethic and the whole way he comes.
Right.
And so, these are cats. Some people like the Celtics and they like Doc Rivers.
Right.
So the problem is a lot of people like both teams, and so there probably is no hate. In fact, a lot of people, I wonder with the chat room who they support, because
that's what I was asking.
Most of our viewers are not here in LA. Thank you. That's why you're sensible.
That's wrong.
But you still want to come because the weather. I know.
Well, you know what's hard about it? When you have the East Coast, it's amazing. When you keep listening to the stories, it's still a LeBron-esque story back east. That's
broke my heart. It broke my heart.
That trumps where LeBron is going is still more marketable, more media savvy than the rivalry between the Lakers. And here's the other part.
To the Knicks, that's crazy.
And it doesn't make a good story, Mario. You got one championship team. Lakers won last year. Celtics won the year before. Everybody's hoping for LeBron and everything else to come with it. And now they're going to split between, well, we're going to have one up on you. Is that the hot story? Lakers and Boston splitting? But
it may be a fluke, Vic, because actually I thought the league had a little more parity. I know. It looks like, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Because it's back to them. But it did look for a minute like you had more parity.
Right.
They do a lot of efforts to try to have, ensure some more parity.
Yes.
But that is a thing for it to come back to the Lakers and the Celtics again.
Yes.
But, we have to fault LeBron for that.
Wait a minute.
I love LeBron.
So you call it? Wait a minute.
I mean, I'm just saying it wasn't just LeBron. Listen,
call off Shaq, brother. Call off Shaq.
Listen,
call
the whole team. The whole team did not perform well. But, and maybe put it like this. I've since come to believe that in the fact that the Celtics are that good, too. In other words, Cleveland, they underperformed to me, but then the same team that took them apart proceeded to take Orlando Magic apart, too.
And I'm going to say this.
And they sure did.
And I'm going to say this. It wasn't, I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying that the Celtics didn't do anything that they weren't supposed to do. Everybody had already said the Celtics before their injuries this year was going to be a solid team. Bottom line, the reason why they weren't who they were is because of injuries. So they're not a surprise.
And age for injuries.
Right. Now, the part that happened is where Orlando and Cleveland stepped up their game based on trades and other conditions. So they, based in media, Cleveland was the runaway team that everybody said was going to win the championship, and they didn't see nobody else doing it based on their play. When they got into the playoffs, both those teams underplayed to the value, and I think the part that I think was,
or the Celtics overplayed, or some combination.
Well, I'm gonna say this: I expected the Celtics to do what they did, which was pace themselves, get over the injuries, and come up and do what they do. It wasn't no surprise. When you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers and what happened, Mario, did they look like a team that won 60-something games?
No, but neither did Orlando. But some of that, but because of what I've seen since, I do attribute a certain amount of that, and I'm not sure how much.
Right.
To the overall defense of Boston, who has affected 3 teams in a row, really obviously to me.
Right.
And actually has got, and so in my mind, Vic, that the predominant thought I have about even them facing the Lakers is I'm wondering how the Lakers are going to match up to the Celtic defense.
Well, I'm gonna say this. The team that they went against, it's different when you go against the teams that have what they call a strong inside-out, power forward, center presence in game. Of the teams they went up against, 3-point shooting. They relied on outside 3-point shooting.
That's the Lakers game.
Which to me, I was sitting up here going like, well, if there's going to be the teams that's going to take you to the championship. I don't know any teams that rely only on 3-point shooting. Orlando did that, of course. Charlotte did. I mean, that was just a first round to be a first round. But for the most part, I look at it as, well, the inside game wins when you sit back and you muscle it and grind it.
And the Lakers have that, and the Lakers look awesome, except when you put them up against the Celtics.
Right.
I mean, because between Bynum, and everybody talks about how big the Lakers are.
Right.
And all of that until you start talking about the Celtics.
I agree.
And then everybody doesn't talk about that.
And I think the part that, and here it
Big Baby sitting there going like, I'm bumping any of y'all.
Yeah, well, now here's the problem. I'm not going to say this. Big Baby, they have just learned that if you take a certain punch, you going down.
A punch in the belly? We can take a foul. As long as you can take a bunch of them. That's all right. Just take a bunch of them, Big Baby. They can punch you as long as you fall. Let them foul out by punching you.
Well, let me give you the update also. Rashid hasn't been practicing. He's been sitting out because of the back thing. Rondo, I think, has been practicing full out, but Rashid has not. Which brings me to the point where I think it's going to be between Rasheed Wallace and Lamar Odom. Whoever steps up between those two, I think, dictates who's going to win the series. Because I think everybody else canceled themselves out. The injuries are still on both sides of the team. You got Bynum, you got Rasheed Wallace, you even got Rajon Rondo, and you don't have Pierce.
Well, you know what?
And Garnett is not playing at the level he played in his championship season. So I think what's going to come down is to that